Hi, this is Melissa with StitchScene.com, and I'm going to demonstrate how to stitch hairpin lace. I love hairpin lace. It makes these wonderful strips that you can do a multitude of things with, and it really is quick and easy once you get the hang of it. You can take it anywhere, and it usually attracts a fair bit of attention because it's not something that people typically see. Now, in a typical craft store, you're going to find a hairpin lace loom that looks like this. It's basically metal with plastic, and it gets the job done. So, if that's what you want, that's great. I like to work with a custom hairpin lace loom that's crafted from wood, just because for me, stitching, for me, it is enjoying the process of it, not just the end product. So I like to work with tools that are handcrafted, that feel good when I'm using them, that look good when I'm using them. I have that same philosophy with yarn as well. If you're not enjoying what you're working with, why work with it? It makes the project unenjoyable. So for me, I try to find tools within my budget that I enjoy working with. Okay, we're going to begin by setting the loom to what the instructions call for. For example, this loom is set to 2.5 inches. So you're going to space it according to the size strip that the pattern calls for you to make. If it asks for 2.5 inch strips, you're gonna make or set your loom to that size. You're going to begin with the bottom off of your loom, and you're going to slide up a slip knot. So you just make a slip knot, you insert it on the right side of your loom, pull it up, and then place the bottom onto your loom, tighten it up, and that's how we begin. We then want to make sure our slip knot is kind of pulled long, and so that the knot itself is in the center of the hairpin loom. So if you had, let's say, 4 inches, you would then be making this slip knot wider by extending it and again having the knot in the center. So once we have this completed, we're then going to turn our loom over. So you're just kind of flipping it over, horizontally, flipping it over on its side. Let's see, and let's get the yarn tail out of the way to not confuse you. So we then have this happening. We flipped our loom, and the yarn has now worked itself over the left side pin, which has now become the right side. We're then going to hold that working yarn and pull it across. So this is what we have. This is our yarn tail. Don't let that distract you. And here is our working yarn. Okay, we have our slip knot here, and we're going to insert our hook. And you're going to base your hook size based upon what the pattern calls for, but it will ask for a certain number of strips per inch for the gauge. And so you're going to want to find the hook size that allows you to create that number of strips per inch or per 4 inch that the instructions call for. So we insert our hook into the center of the slip knot. We're then going to yarn over with this working yarn, pull it through the slip knot, and then we're going to chain 1. We're now going to rotate our hook so it's vertically up and down in the center, so that we can then flip our loom horizontally on its side again. We're then going to turn our hook so we're working back, and now we're going to insert into this loop that has been created. Insert our hook into there. We're then going to yarn over and pull up a loop. We now have 2 loops on the hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through both loops, making a single crochet. We're then going to rotate our hook vertically again so that we can flip our loom horizontally. Rotate your hook. We now have, as you can see, 2 strips. We're going to insert our hook beneath. Can you see this strip? We're going to insert our hook in between the top loop and the bottom loop or top strand and bottom strand of this loop. So this is what we have. We're going to yarn over, pull through the loop, yarn over, and pull through both loops on the hook. That's what we have. Let me try to show you a close-up. We're then going to rotate our hook and then rotate our loom. And it starts to go quite quickly on your lap once you've got the hang of it. So again, we insert our hook between the top and bottom of the uppermost strip on the left side. Always working on this left side. We're going to yarn over, pull a loop through. We have 2 loops on the hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through both loops. Now as you keep working strips, you're going to want to adjust and move your strips downward, because they'll take up, you'll begin to fill up your whole loom. And then, a couple of tricks, it will start to really bunch up and kind of hang past your loom. And I like to then put a rubber band at the bottom of my loom just to kind of secure those strips as they get longer and longer. I also, before I remove this bottom to take the strip off, I will take a coordinating piece, or coordinating color, or contrasting color, piece of yarn, and insert it through the strip. Just kind of, hook it through a tapestry needle and pull it through the strips on each side. So that way, when you take the loom off, or the strip off the loom, the strip, which with some yarn fibers, if they're really elastic, can become very twisted. And you'll always know which side is which side when you have the yarn through it, like so. And that's all there is to working hairpin lace.